And GTEX Holdings is offering a piece of luxury housing in Abuja. It launched Garnet Resort City Asokoro 2, a pristine estate sandwiched between Nafa Valley and Admiralty Estate. We have details in this report.
It's the launch of Phase 1 of Garnet Resort City Asokoro 2, a luxury estate developed by GTEX Holdings. The estate in the pristine location offers luxury smart housing in the heart of Abuja.
You can just emulate GTEX. You don't have to wait for government to do everything. You assist government, you assist your fellow citizens. GTEX can afford to have money to buy acres of land, and people can afford them to buy a small bit, plots to build their own houses. And they found out to GTEX, all the infrastructure is laid down in the state. So it's easy for people to just get money, buy a plot and build a house.
I've been following up GTEX for over 18 months before I finally launched into this project. And I did my risk analysis. Even before I invested, I ensured that I did my due diligence.
Sited on more than 91 hectares of land, Garnet Resort City Asokoro 2 is poised for success as a Rolls-Royce of land banking.
GTEX land, like I said earlier, is the Rolls-Royce of land banking. So we are bringing in an investment opportunity that our investors will also profit from, all right? A profiting opportunity. That is what we are bringing into our investors.
You want to key into this massive project we're doing here. Why? Because we're adding a created environment here. You're not just getting plots of land. If you are a smart investor or you want to be a homeowner, you want to be a homeowner close to nature, just right behind us here, you see we're just beside the popular Aso Rock hill, and a lot of mountains and hillsides here. So this is a beautiful landscape. This is a beautiful environment. You want to own a home in Abuja.
If you're conversant with real estate in Nigeria or anywhere in the world, anywhere there's a resort and anywhere there's a golf course, the real estate there booms. You pay for it. So when I saw this opportunity, I didn't think twice. Being a man of integrity, Dr. Akintayo is one I've been following for a very long time, and he has been a man of integrity. So I didn't even think twice. I just keyed into it, and for who cares to key into it, I told them to go ahead and key into this.
The company's goal is to build 25,000 smart homes by 2035.
Once again, I want to welcome each and every one of you to Garnet Resort City here in the massive city. And just like Mr. Daniel said, I welcome you to the beginning of February, and we begin this month in 2025 with good news. Good news is the fact that yes, Garnet Estate Asokoro, the long-awaited Garnet Estate Asokoro, is here, and we are live on site. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just super happy. I don't know how many of you are happy. It's an exciting time. It's an amazing time because a lot of us have longed for this time. You know, a lot of us have that question. Some of you investors who have been saying, where is this Garnet Estate? When are we going to site? Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on site on the 1st of February, and we are here. We have come to stay. Okay? So, and GTEX Holdings, of course, the chairman and founder, Dr. Akintayo, is super excited to bring this to smart investors like you watching us today. So we are here live, and we're going to be telling you a lot of the goodies that comes with owning a piece. By the way, if you missed it when it was if you missed it 3 months ago, if you missed it 6 months ago, this is another opportunity. You can't miss it today. If you miss it today, I don't know why. Okay, so you want to stay glued to the end of this, all right, to the end of this, so that you can get all of the goodies that GTEX Holdings, GTEX Land is bringing to you. But without further ado, I want to introduce some of the management staffs who are here with us. We have Mr. Ikena, who happens to be, the CEO All right, the MD, my God, of Stephen Akintayo Foundation.
It's okay. Amazing, amazing. Right? As we were driving in, I begin to say this to myself that I'm not only coming here as a staff member, but as an investor. So I personally want to invest here. It's amazing, right? So you don't want to wait on this. You want to take advantage on what we are doing here as GTEX land is bringing to your doorstep, and this is going to be my second property in
My God, round of applause. Congratulations, sir. Yes. We already have an investor. Yes. My God.
I'm
So what are we
taking
for?
advantage of this property, and I know I have other smart investors there. As we progress in this course, we'll be announcing to us what is the cost of acquiring a property in this location. It's amazing. As we are driving now, we're like, wow, do we have this kind of place in Abuja? Right? So, but let's just reserve that to the end of this discussion. So we have here with us again one of our senior executives, Mr. Glory.
Yes.
Right.
Right. Awesome. Awesome. I've taken possession already.
Okay.
Yes, I've possessed the mountain.
I've
taken my own portion already.
I don't know when you saw. If you
Guys.
saw me when I said I wrote to I'm taking 2 weeks.
I've made payments now.
So the smart investors, it's either you buy now.
Guys, this is awesome. Amazing. Look at the scenery of this place. Just coming here. Everything about this place is amazing. In fact, I call this place Treasure Island. Yes. Yes. Deep, deep treasure. You can't miss this. Okay? So if you did not dip into this opportunity 6 months ago, 3 months ago, don't miss it now.
Yes.
You can't imagine what this place is going to become in the very, very close future. So, smart investors, take advantage right now as we unveil the goodies that await you in Garnet Resort City. All right?
Thank you.
Over to you.
So very quickly, you want to ask why Garnet Estate Asokoro. Now it will interest you to know that the landmarks, one of the landmarks around this axis is the popular Nav Valley Estate, Admiralty Estate, very popular. It is close to the Army Estate.
Yes, I saw Bola Ahmed Tinubu Barracks.
Yes, in fact, that's the newly. I mean, it was launched like recently commissioned by the president, the current president of the federation, right? And for me, if as a smart investor, you know, when the federal government is interested in a particular location, you know that investment, development is coming, infrastructure is coming big into that axis. So it's just a stone throw, less than 20 minutes from here, So that is also there. We have seen. I don't know if you're observant, you realize that it's a mountainous area. It's filled with mountain, high hill area. I mean, while I was coming, I don't know if Wisdom is there. She was super excited about the topography of this area. It's one of the best you can think of. So you're looking at a place where you have access to a resort center. All right, GTEX land, it tends to have a resort, towards the right-hand part of this axis. You can see the mountain area. So I mean, we're looking at, talking about a very innovative, real estate company. You would know that we would be very creative about this. I don't know how many of you saw the Jasper Hill View, where we have cable cars. We'll also be having a resort here, right? We'll be having a resort. We'll basically take advantage of this mountain. So as a smart investor, you want to buy into a place where you can relax, right? You can have fun, even while as a resident of this amazing estate. The topography is just super amazing.
Yeah, so
right. You want to have,
yes, I want to ask a question as a prospective investor.
Yeah.
I heard you talk about the military cantonment and etc. So I want you to throw more emphasis on securities as a resident in this estate.
Yes. So aside from the serenity, the beauty, the resort and everything coming, the aesthetics that is coming here. As an investor who also is tourist inclined, you know that this place is a very good location for that. So aside from that, there's a high level security here because the army barracks, the army quarters is just in borders with this. And so that speaks of security, in terms of, you know, in terms of security. That speaks of it. And recently, I mean, we got to the inquiry. If you want to check, you could check about this cooperative. I mean, an average land in this part of the axis is selling for 150 million.
Okay,
right.
So,
but we'll be coming to
that.
The benefits of that. Yes.
Before we go
Yes,
into that, I want to ask Abiola Daniel this question.
The Bobo landlord.
Yes, the Bobo landlord. So, what is the accessibility to the major road? How many minutes will it take me as an investor to access the major roads in this estate?
All right, thank you. That's a very vital question. The good thing about that question is that we don't just have one major or precise route entering this particular estate, right? We have over 4 major roads, right, entering this particular place, right? There's a road that is leading to Yanyang, right, to the major express to Yanyang, and there are 2 other routes, right, from the army barracks, that is from the Bola Ahmed Tinubu commission, the barracks, right? So those major routes are very vital when it comes to accessibility, right? So when we're talking about the duration of the time from this particular estate to the major express, within 15 minutes, right, you are on track, right? So all of these fundamental principles are things that we must highlight, especially for our location, especially for we are looking at the viability to accessibility, right? It's one thing as an we that we are investors here, right? How this particular place was 2 months ago, right? The grading of the road was not up to what we have today. So it also talked about the next 5 months, talks about the next 10 months, talks about the next 1 year. Now looking at it from the point of vision, talks about the next 2 years, talks about the next 5 years. What's going to be the outlook of this particular?
All right, thank you. So I'm really asking these questions in the point of an investor.
Yes,
so
I like that.
What would be my returns on investments in this project in the next 5 years if I'm subscribing to this estate? So as an investor, I want to see the figures. Right?
Yes.
So what are the
as a money man?
What are the figures in the next 5 years?
So Mr. Cleaner, take this to the bank. You don't be surprised if we sell this estate at 200 million per plot in 2027.
Wow.
200 million per plot, if not more.
Massive.
Because the pace at which this place is growing is just amazing. I'm not trying to flatter you. It's what I've seen. I've been here in the month of, I was here the month of, which month are we now? February. Yeah, I was here November. Yeah. I was here in November when we came. I think November, even December. Yes. My God, the grading that I'm seeing now, as compared to just 2 months ago, is just amazing. And because of our presence, there's this thing about GTEx homes, GTEx land, GTEx holding. Once we get to a place, we attract a lot of other developers. And if you were privileged to also come to here, you see that because of our presence, a lot of other developers has also come to stay. And trust me, this is the least price it's going to be. And I'm not messing words when I say we are going to be selling this place, 200 million or if not more in 2027. Okay. Mark my words.
All right. So before you unveil, awesome. Before you unveil the cost for today,
yes,
I want to ask my co-investor.
Okay.
So why do you think you should do Garnet Resorts?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for that question. We have all seen the topography, we have all seen the area. We have talked of all the, interesting features, okay, and then the benefits. One other thing I want to add quickly is this: for wise investors out there, you see, for me, one of the things people are considering now is the fear of Wiki. Wiki is coming to, we are coming from Lagos, and all we are hearing about Abuja is Wiki is destroying everywhere. But for wise investors, you don't have the fear of Wiki here, because this place doesn't fall under FCBA. Okay, doesn't follow that.
No
so there's no pressure at all. All right. So talking about
why you should invest here as an investor.
For me, of course, it is the return on investment.
My God,
this for me, this is the wisest choice for any investor. And I want to say this: I think this is the best property GTEx.
Yes.
It's true.
I want to say this, and so you can't just, it's unbeatable. So when he said 200 million, I'm just saying you are right, on
Logical.
this point. Yeah, just right.
Okay, thank you very much. Like as you've heard, for me, whatever that makes me go into any investment are the figures, and that's why I'm interested to know what is my percent of the returns on investment in minimum 5-10 years, right? So I think the hour has come for you to unleash to us what is the cost of this land.
Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. Hallelujah. So, but before then, you might be wondering, what are the amenities we're going to be having in this estate? What would make this return on investment that we're talking about, what would make it appreciate? Of course, because of the topography of this axis, that is definitely going to shoot up, the value of this, because it's a location with high demand. And we also at GTEx Homes, this GTEx land, we are known for the Rolls Royce of real estate. We're known for luxury. We bring what we call created environments into this axis. Take a look at the left hand side of it. You see the beautiful the way it's positioned. That's a resort center. We'll be having a resort there, and we'll basically be making good use of the mountain and all of that to give you one of the best experience as in terms of owning a piece of investment here. So 3 things you want to buy you want to consider when investing in this location. You want to invest for residential reason. Because of the security and the beauty of this location, it's a perfect location for residential, for residential purpose. You want to buy for residential reason, you can buy as many plots. I usually advise smart investors buy in acres, because with multiple plots to you can basically divide this plot and begin to make good use of it. First off, it helps you because you're buying in bulk, because you're buying in acres, you get a more affordable price. So for instance, if the property is currently going for say 30 million, because you're buying in bulk, you have a 5 million discount on each of those plots. So as against 30 million per plot, you have it at 25.
That's when you're doing an acre.
Do you understand? That's when they're doing an acre. So those are the amazing. So you can buy for residential reasons. You can buy for commercial reasons, where you want to build, say, service plots, service apartments in this. I mean, it's an amazing location. This place is actually for the cream de la cream. The premium, I mean, if you hear of Asokoro, you know that it's the high and mighty that luxury living. It's a luxury, basically a luxury living. So you want to buy for commercial reasons, build service plots, build your hotels, or amazing things that you can even make more money from your investment. You can also buy for what they call land banking. And like I told some of you smart investors, I told you, do not be surprised if when this place will be selling for 200 million in 2027. Mark my words today, because it's a place that has so much potential as I speak with you. So you can buy for those 3 reasons, and you just want to buy early. If you missed it yesterday, if you missed it 3 months ago, this is another time. So don't miss it again today. Don't miss it today.
Okay, thank you. So I just wanted to ask those questions, which you've answered. The purpose for land banking, right? You just made mention of it. So so one final word from my co-investor. So you know why I always want to bring it in, because he's an investor, right? And he will have that experience of the field. Okay, so one other question for you, sir. What is your final advice to the persons that are still in between? Should I not? Are you sure? So as an existing investor, what do you have to say to them?
So let me paint a picture to you. Imagine you living as neighbors to the magnificent district of Asokoro. Okay? With all those estates. CBN estate is just coming right. So everybody is rushing here.
Even Nigerian Navy office police at the entrance.
At the entrance, okay? So this is my advice. For those that love luxury living, okay? You want to get the best of luxury living, because all that's going to be coming on here is exciting to me. I mean, I can be living here with all the facilities here, with the gym, play area, 24/7 power supply, okay? In a gated community, good road network, green estate, green and smart estate, which GTEx is known for. I mean, that's unbeatable for me. And I think you too, you should take the move.
Look
at the mountain here. You want to do hitchhiking, you can do hitchhiking on this mountain. So it's beautiful. You want to even go to the mountain to have a quiet time.
To meet with the Lord.
I mean, you will see God here. On this mountain, you must see God.
I think this looks like the mountain Moses.
Moses,
yes!
The
bunny bush.
That's the bunny bush.
But the bush has burnt. Just on a lighter note. So thank you, investors, wherever you are watching us from. It's an amazing time to be with you. You've heard our colleague told you the prices. You don't want to snooze on this. Your credit validates the offer, right? Yes. Your credit validates your offer. Drum rolling, account numbers are rolling, numbers are rolling. You want to call those numbers. We are highly customer-centric company. Yeah, we are there 24 hours to attend to your inquiries. Mr. James Wono, so thank you. Mr. Daniel, thank you. Yes. Mr. Glory, thank you for this time. And our amazing associates, we say thank you. Please a round of applause for yourself. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So very quickly, yes, the keywords and the contacts to reach out to. So you want to reach